How's it going, everybody? David Hedge here, House Hedge Gaming. And as you could tell, I'm in a different part of the house, and that is because I'm going to be going over the Gen Con Hall for 2024. But before I do, Joey Harris, who joined me for day 1 and day 2 at Gen Con, sent me a video recapping his day 3 and day 4 and what he picked up. So we're going to go to that video first, and then we're going to come back here and I'm going to talk about some of the games I picked up during the best 4 days in gaming. So, Joey, you already sent me the video, but take it away.
Hello everyone, I'm giving you an update on my last 2 days of Gen Con. Yesterday I started off going around the exhibit hall and the play hall, hung out with David for a while. I didn't really get anything over there though. The majority of my evening was spent over here in the Marriott in the auction house downstairs. They were holding a charity auction last night, as well as what they call a leftover store. For people who had things in the consignment store that just didn't want to take them home, they were able to donate them to the leftover store. And then they were sold in there for $10 a piece, no matter what it was. And all proceeds went to charity as well. The charities they were supporting was Tangram and the Rose Gauntlet Foundation. So during the auction, I picked up one game by Mayfair Games, Giza the Great Pyramid. Now this one I've never played, but I've heard good things about it, and it's by Mayfair. You generally don't go wrong with Mayfair. That was all I actually got in the auction, though. From there, I went over to the leftover store and picked up 3 games at $10 a piece. The first one is called Carnage. It's 2 to 4 players. Each of you have an army, and you're just battling it out. That's what I was able to get from the back of the box. Next, I got Grind, which is for 2 players. It's you each build a little mech army. There's the base mechs, and you can attach different arms. You have different ability cards for each of the pieces you attach. And then the 2 armies of mechs battle it out. So that looked like a lot of fun. The next one I got was called Monsters Menace America. The premise for this is you are a giant monster, and for some reason you have military backing. So you and your military backing are trying to stop the other monsters, the other players, from dominating the continent. Whoever does wins the game. Now, one thing I didn't do last night was the karaoke that we were talking about. But the reason for that is I have a bit of a social anxiety when it comes to karaoke. I have to know the song. I have to go into it prepared to do the song. And I already had my song lined up. But then when I got there, they told me it was kamikaze karaoke. For those of you that don't know what I mean, I didn't. They take all the people in, run it like a game show. They draw 5 names out of a hat. Those 5 people are then randomly given a song, a rock song that was released between 76 and 78, and they have about 15 minutes to learn it and be ready to perform it. There's no way I could do that. I would freeze up, I would freak out, so that's why I spent the evening in the auction house. On to today. I went back to the exhibit hall after reading a advertisement about a game over there last night called Captain Flip. Little pirate game, you're building a crew, collecting gold, 20 minutes to play, really easy to learn. Something I thought would be great to play with my nieces and nephews, so I went back over there this morning and picked that up. That was going to be my last game till I was walking out, and I stopped by another booth that had a game of theirs on sale called Mutton Buster. Had a kid in a cowboy outfit riding a sheep on the cover, as you can see. I was enthralled. They actually told me it's based off a real thing. There are things where they dress up kids in cowboy outfits and have them ride sheep around a rink like a rodeo. They said they tried to capture all that silliness in a board game. I was like, okay, I'm sold. I'm taking it home. And with that, that's pretty much the rest of my Gen Con. Just did a lot of sightseeing, had a great time. See you all later. Bye.
All right, so that's Joey's take, and I've said it before and I'll say it again. Gen Con is like a choose-your-own-adventure convention. Basically, if you want to go and spend time in the auction house, you're covered. If you want to watch the cosplayers, people watch, you're good. Play Magic, play Lorcana, do a bunch of demos, whatever your path is, Gen Con definitely had something for you this year and always does. So speaking of choosing and speaking of gaming, let's go over some of the stuff that I was able to find. These are some of the games, the accessories I was able to get while I was in Gen Con. And yeah, it's a good amount. Not as bad as what I did last year. but we're just going to go over some of these. So first off, I had to pick it up. Super Skill Pinball Harley Quinn's Ball. This I was able to play at the garage on Tuesday night during the game night social. Had a blast doing it. It's a great solo game, but also it can play up to 4 players, 4 different boards. If you're in the pinball, if you're in the die rolling, this is a pretty good game to start out with. Plus, it's DC. It's Harley Quinn. I get to play against the Joker and everything. Team up with the Gotham City Sirens. Love it. WizKids did a great job with this, and I need to check out the other pinball games too because I heard those are really good as well. Next up, from Roll for Initiative, Cindy actually found this for me. It's a portable dice tray, which is really cool. Which, by the way, this company does a great job on the dice trays. They also have dice that are specifically designed to help people out if you are unable to read dice, because some of the dice numbers are very small. With them, what they're able to do is that if you want to have dice that's easy to read, definitely check them out. It's Roll for Initiative. But here, got this nice little dice tray here. The sides fold out to where you will be able to have a nice little tray. As you can see, nice, portable, easy, and best of all, if you have a die that's giving you trouble, you can make little dice trays here. Also store your dice. But it's very compact, nice quality, excellent thing to pick up. I'm glad Cindy found it. Unfortunately, I just tore the box a little bit, but I mean, it's going to happen. It was fitting nice and snug in there. But yeah, this was a great find. Great for D&D because there's 14 different designs for each character. And yeah, if you're in the dice trays, need dice that are a lot easier to roll during your D&D sessions, stuff like that, for anything for role playing, definitely check out Roll for Initiative. It's a great company. Plus, they do custom die too. So if you have like wedding announcements, party announcements, I'll probably be hitting them up later for dice for House Hedge Gaming. They're definitely really good to check out. All right, so let's see what else we got up here. We have... All right, so from SRG Super Show, I picked up Scallywager. So this is a Liar's Dice game. Basically, if you don't know what Liar's Dice is, you get a certain number of dice, you roll it, and then each person's going to keep their dice results hidden. Then, starting with first player, they're going to make a bid of the number of a certain die that they think's out on the board. So 2 3s or 4 2s, something like that. Then the next player would have to bid either up the number of dice that are available, or they bid up the number of pips. So, for example, if the first bid is 2 2s, second bid can be 2 3s, 3 2s, 3 3s, as long as it's increased. And the play will go around until somebody says a number combination, like 6 4s, right? Then a person can either call them a scallywag, which then they have to, everybody reveals their dice to prove if there's that many dice or more on the table. They can call a parlay, which allows them to reveal the dice and see if it's exactly that number, or they can just keep bidding. Either way, what you're able to do with this is not only it's Liar's Dice, but you actually have cards that affect the game. So if you win a call against somebody, you could take a treasure card that will help you out through the duration of the game, or you could take an adventure card which will affect the next bidding phase. And each die represents a crew member. Player with the last crew members left wins the game. It's fun. It's easy. It's from SRG. They're the ones that did Super Show years ago. It just went into its 10th anniversary. This was a great addition, and plus you get to see some of these pirates in the SRG Super Show game, and I can't wait to play this on the channel. It was really cool. I'll do like a full demo later. I could have just said it was Scallywager, but I really did enjoy this, and plus, I got me a hat. Yar, vast me hearties. We're going to go play Scallywager now. Oh my god, my voice just got wrecked. Getting older, voice gets destroyed every once in a while. Alright, but that's Scallywager from SRG Super Show. Next up, let's go ahead, because I had several people ask me about these. So I mentioned before in a past video, TCGs are coming back. There's a lot more TCGs out there than what we've had in several years. This year, not only did Neopets make a comeback with Upper Deck, but Lorcana just celebrated its first anniversary. But there's a lot of different smaller TCGs that are trying to get their names out there. And one of them is Soul Masters TCG. Now, Soul Masters, I got to play the demo. It's fun, it's easy, it's quick to play. Plus, it reminds me a little bit of like Commander because you have a character that you get to use. So it's like Warhammer, not Warhammer, World of Warcraft, the TCG, WD Raw Deal, things of that nature. To where you have a persona that's representing you in the game, and then you have 3 levels total that you get to go through. But the cool thing about it is that you get these starters, and I'll do an unboxing for these later. So I got Athena and I got Keshi. Basically aggro, a little bit of control. These are the first 2 starters. This game was a lot of fun. Love the artwork. And this is going to do something not really many other games do. So, as everybody knows, a lot of people love chibi art. There are some that go into Magic the Gathering, some that are in Naruto TCG, seeing them in different TCGs all around. What this company is doing is they did 2 different starters. One for just regular artwork for the game, and then I had to pick it up for my wife, the chibi versions. So these cool little chibi versions here they're just adorable. And my wife saw them and she fell in love with the game just because of the artwork. Plus the playmats that they have. They're actually in these really nice bags that you can actually hook onto your book bag. I saw this and I was like, okay, it's a playmat. Which I like playmats. I was able to get away with buying these. But Cindy saw this, saw the artwork. So here's the first one here, which is really nice. This one is Satin Ravenheart. And there were 5 different playmats you can choose, so I was able to get 2 of them. Because if I'm going to be doing playthroughs and all, and do a little bit more with Soul Masters TCG on the website, on the YouTube page, I want to make sure I had some cool playmats to go with it. And plus, like I said, these bags, excellent idea. Clip them onto your book bag, you'll be ready to go for a game night. And yeah, I really did enjoy this game. I'm glad I picked it up, and I can't wait to feature it here on the channel. But that's what these starters were, because I've had several people ask me about that on Facebook, and they're like, what were those starters? And now, you know. Next one, let's go ahead and go with this. I'm going to pass these 2. These, actually real quick, Cascadia, Truffle Shuffle, and Nocturne were from the AEG Big Game Night. I was originally supposed to work it, but I wasn't. I had something else come up. So what I did is that I got the games. I'm doing reviews on them later. And yeah, it was one of those things. There's so much to do at Gen Con, so little time to do it. And you got to pick and choose what you want. But hopefully next year I'll work AEG Big Game Night. But until then, I'm going to review the games. And plus a friend of mine, Lynn, she saw this and she's like, we need to play this. And I'm like, we'll be definitely playing it. Alright, so one of the games that I saw that I heard a lot of talk about was Pagan Fate of Roanoke. So this is a 2-player game. One player is a witch hunter, the other person is the witch. And you're basically trying to figure out who the witch is. If you're the witch, you're trying to curse the town. Simple, easy, but it's a great strategy game for 2 players. And I'm looking forward to playing this and losing a lot as the hunter. But you know what? If that happens, it'd be a good day. Maybe the Fate of Roanoke needs to have a little bit of witchcraft going on. But we'll see. Next one. I'm just going to pass this here. Let's go to Glory. Alright, so To Glory is from Vesuvius Media. It feels like a chunk, because it is. So they have a game that basically focuses on like building castles and hurling boulders at it with catapults. This one, you're on the seas, and you have your ships, you have your captain. There's even a kraken that you get to mess with here. And the cool thing about this game is that you're able to fire cannonballs. You'll load them on the sides, flick them, and they'll go off and hit the ships. You score points for taking out sails, taking out captains, and things of that nature. but there's also other objectives in the game. I can't wait to try this. It's a good game for all ages. If you like flinging stuff, it's a good one to get. The people at Vesuvius Media, awesome. I did the demo. As soon as I did, I was like, sold. I'm going to get it. Let's go ahead and pass this one here. Next one I got, it's a big one, and I can't wait to feature this because I love the artwork on it and the theme. It is City of the Great Machine. So this one is from Crow Games, and with this game here, basically the premise is humanity has been overran by robots and AI, and the robots have finally deemed that humans are dumb and they need to be taken out. But there's a resistance group that's fighting against them, and this right here, it's definitely really good. I love the mechanics on this game. The miniatures look really good. Love the artwork. Plus, it has a shifting board that I can't wait to mess around with here on the channel. Next one was one that I've seen for a while. Let me get good gracious. Pick it up. All right. Let me pick this up and let me actually start putting some of these back because I don't want to leave too big of a mess. So this one is Weirdwood Manor. So another great cooperative game. I tried to get a lot of cooperative games this time around. This one, basically you're stuck in a manor with a big evil. You're trying to survive. Also with this one, depending on the time of day and everything, the manor shifts around. So you have the manor shifting, you have doors opening and closing, you're trying to figure out a way to get out or a way to survive against the big bad. And this, another one, I'm going to get on the channel, I'm going to do a playthrough on it, and just have a lot of fun. That's my objective for the end of this year, is try and do a couple playthroughs on these games. Have some friends over, prop up the camera, and see how everything unfolds. Alright, next up from Ravensburger Games, I picked up Horrified World of Monsters. So, it's already been opened, it's already been enjoyed, it's a great game, an excellent addition to the Horrified line from Ravensburger. Got to play this with Starlina Moore and her kids. Star from Isistar Altars, great artist, check her out. And we played this, had fun, lost the first game because of the die rolls. It's going to happen. Second game we weren't able to finish because Cthulhu is a pain in the backside to try and deal with in this game. But if you're into horror movies, if you're into H.P. Lovecraft, if you're into exploration of finding creatures that should not exist, but they do, this is a great thing to get on the table, a great game to put out for game night. It's quick, it's easy, it's cooperative, and it's a whole lot of fun. Definitely want to try this one out. But as far as these other games, these were basically rescues. What ended up happening is at the end of the auction for Gen Con, any games that are left over, they would be donated to charity. Unfortunately, nobody was able to do that this year, and it wasn't communicated as well as it should be. So there's about 2 or 3 tables of games left in the auction house that could be saved. If not, they're getting thrown away. But a lot of people came to the rescue of these games, my wife and I included. And so we got games like Chinese Zodiac, Baron Voodoo, we have Arena of the Gods, Shinobi Wada, and Winter Queen. And I'll try and get these on the channel the best I can. Oh, also Atlan Dice and Prisma Arena. We also picked up from just shopping. Cindy picked up Epic Vikings and Caution Signs. I don't know much about those. She actually played those. I might be able to get her on the channel to actually go over those and see what her thoughts are on it. But she really enjoyed Caution Signs. That was the game that she played at the garage during the game night social. And then she came across Epic Vikings. She loves Vikings. Definitely need to get that. Big games and small packages. The Epic stuff from Gameland Games. Excellent time. But that's what we picked up. And that is going to be an end to the Gen Con covers for this year. So, like I said in the previous video, I'm going to take a little time to see what my schedule is going to be and get ready to do some unboxings, do some learn to plays, and do some playthroughs on these and have a lot of fun doing it. And hopefully you had fun watching these videos. And thank you all again for checking out everything from Gen Con and commenting and just everything you did during Gen Con. You comment on videos, you shared, you liked, you subscribed, you commented, everything. It always blows my mind. Like last year it was huge, this year it was big, and I can't wait to see what the future holds for the channel for the upcoming year leading into Gen Con 2025, and who knows what else I'll be able to get into between now and then. But thank you all so much for checking out this video. If you like it, please like, share, comment, and subscribe, and let everybody know that House Hedge Gaming is here for all of your gaming needs as we start counting down to Gen Con 2025. But it won't be as prominent as you think it might be until about February of next year. But until then, my friends, stay safe, take care, get some gaming in. I know I'm going to be.